Little-known moon facts you will be fascinated by. Welcome to Positive Side. Although the moon may appear unremarkable, it has a significant impact on the Earth's ecosystem, including the illumination it emits and the tides it generates. Although the moon may appear unremarkable, it has a significant impact on the Earth's ecosystem, including the illumination it emits and the tides it generates. It has also had an impact on human culture, as it can be found in mythology and assists humans in keeping account of time. The moon is the sole celestial body that we have visited, and it is essential to humans and numerous other life forms. Nevertheless, we have acquired a wealth of knowledge regarding the moon, our planet's natural satellite, even though her mysteries persist. Here are 10 remarkable facts about the moon. Number 1. It is probable that the moon was formed as a result of a massive collision. The giant impact theory, which is the most commonly accepted explanation for the formation of the moon, posits that a planet roughly the size of Mars collided with the early Earth, resulting in a cloud of debris that ultimately solidified into the moon. According to the Natural History Museum in London, the majority of the debris would have originated from the colliding planet, while a small amount would have been propelled into space from Earth during the collision. The moon samples collected during the Apollo missions provide evidence of this impact, demonstrating that the moon's composition is both similar to and distinct from that of Earth's geological composition. Number 2. The moon's phases are contingent upon its position. The moon's phases are determined by its position around the sun and Earth. The side of the moon that is directly facing Earth is completely illuminated, and a full moon is observed when Earth is situated between the sun and the moon. However, if the moon is situated between the Earth and the sun, the illuminated side is facing away from us, and it is a new moon, which means that we are unable to observe the moon. The moon's phases are formed by the fact that various portions of the portion of the moon that the sun illuminates are visible from Earth between a new moon and a full moon. The moon is said to be waxing when it appears to increase in size until it is full, and it is waning when it is decreasing. Number 3. The moon's dark side is not dark. Even though we are only able to observe one side of the moon, the sun always illuminates half of it, and this illumination is not limited to the visible portion, except during the full moon. Consequently, the dark side of the moon is only gloomy from our earthly perspective. Rather, it is more precise to refer to it as the moon's opposite side. Even though the far side of the moon is invisible from Earth, numerous missions have attempted to photograph and investigate it. The Luna 3 spacecraft of the Soviet Union captured the first images of the lunar far side in 1959. Number 4. The tides are generated and altered by the moon. You are probably aware that the tides on Earth are primarily caused by the gravitation of the moon. Two bulges in Earth's oceans, which correspond to high tides, are the result of this gravitational pull, one on the side of the ocean that is closest to the moon and the other on the opposite side. The moon's gravitational influence on the planet, rather than the oceans, is responsible for the high tide zone that is directly opposite the moon. Areas of low tide are situated between these two bulges of high tide. Although the moon's gravity is the most significant factor in the formation of tides on Earth, the sun's gravitational force and the rotation of our planet also play a role. The intensity of the tides and the water level have fluctuated significantly throughout Earth's history. However, this variability is primarily due to climate and sea level fluctuations, the movement of the continents, plate tectonics, and a variety of other factors. Number 5. The moon is also influenced by the gravity of the Earth. In the same way that the moon's gravitation induces tides, Earth also influences the moon, and not solely by maintaining its orbit. Every night we observe this phenomenon in the well-known Man in the Moon. The pattern of markings remains consistent because the same side of the moon always confronts Earth. Tidal locking is the term used to describe the progressive effect of Earth's gravity on the moon. The moon is subjected to a much larger gravitational force than we are. Number 6. The moon is gradually receding from us. According to NASA, the gravitational impacts that resulted in the moon becoming tidally bound with Earth were intricate, and as they occurred, they released energy. Even as the moon was in the process of forming, it began to gradually migrate away from Earth due to that energy. The moon's orbit around Earth was eventually stabilized by the processes of formation and tidal locking. However, it continues to deviate from our planet at a rate of approximately 1.5 inches, 4 centimeters per year. While this may not seem like a significant amount, it will result in the moon's significant increase in distance from Earth throughout millions of years. Number 7. There are moonquakes on the moon. For the most part, the majority of us likely envision the moon as a frigid, lifeless rock in outer space, and we would be correct. Nevertheless, it is not wholly a standstill. Although moonquakes on our satellite are typically milder and last longer than those on Earth, they are akin to the seismic activity that shakes certain regions of our planet. Moonquakes can be caused by a variety of factors such as variations in temperature, impacts from meteors, Earth's gravity, and structural weaknesses in the moon's interior. Although some of these earthquakes would be scarcely perceptible to any future humans on the moon, others could present substantial risks. Number 8. Solar eclipses are cosmic coincidences. A solar eclipse occurs when the moon is directly between the Earth and the sun. The dark silhouette of the moon appears to block out the sun during a total solar eclipse, resulting in the sun's corona or outer atmosphere remaining visible for a few minutes of totality. This effect occurs with a precision it does for no apparent reason, nor should the two entities appear to be so similar in size. In reality, the sun could accommodate tens of millions of our moon if it were carved out. Nevertheless, the wonder of this cosmic coincidence in our heavens is visible to a limited number of individuals in a few locations when the sun, moon, and Earth are perfectly aligned. Number 9. Earthshine has the potential to influence the moon's appearance. On a clear night, it is possible to observe the pale circle of the remaining moon even though only a portion of the moon is illuminated. This is the result of a phenomenon known as Earthshine. Earth also reflects light as the moon produces moonlight by reflecting light from the sun. This implies that a portion of Earth would have a brilliant appearance if one were to stand on the moon, and it also causes Earth to reflect some of that light onto the moon. Therefore, Earthshine can subtly illuminate the moon's gloomy regions, even when sunlight is not present. Number 10. The moon emits an uncommon aroma. The moon lacks a substantial atmosphere and, as a result, no oxygen. Nevertheless, the Apollo 11 astronauts were taken aback by the moon's odor, which remained on their spacesuits, equipment, and the lunar samples they had collected. This odor was discernible once they returned to an air-filled environment. The fragrance was described by Apollo astronauts as metallic, reminiscent of the scent that envelops the air following the explosion of a firecracker or burnt gunpowder. The odor was probably the result of a chemical reaction between an element in lunar soil and the oxygen in the air. Nevertheless, lunar samples on Earth do not emit a scent, indicating that the phenomenon is the result of a temporary reaction. And there you have it, 10 remarkable facts about the moon, showcasing just how extraordinary our natural satellite truly is. The moon's influence on Earth, its unique characteristics, and its enduring mysteries remind us of the wonders that lie just beyond our reach. Thanks for watching Positive Side. Stay curious and keep exploring the wonders of our universe.